So we're just going to do a reading for the week ahead. I just recorded it. It didn't save. So we're going to go through it again. It's absolutely fine because it means that perhaps Spirit will have some more messages for us. So the first card that popped was Storm Warnings, but in reverse. And this is to say, you have been through the storm. You have done what's needed to be done to get yourself to a point where you feel maybe 80%, 90%, 100% over whatever it is that you come through. You have done the work. You have pulled yourself out of something. And Spirit was kind of giving the feeling that it's maybe the last 5, maybe 3 years, whether that was 3 years ago or it's been or 5 years ago, or it's been the last 3 to 5 years you've been going through something, but that something or some situation happened that you've really fought hard to get through, and you've made it. You're through the other side. So this is where this beautiful card, Healer of the Ages, came out in reverse. And this is asking you to now know that you don't need to look out anymore for a healer, for someone to save you, for someone to protect you, for someone to show you the way. You have done this work. You are your own healer now. You have worked. Whatever that was, it was hard. You have worked hard to get to this point. You should be so proud of yourself. Spirit saying you have stepped up. You are your own healer at this point. You know what you've been through. Yes, maybe you have talked to healers and counselors, therapists, whatever you've gone through to get to this point. Amazing. Because now it's time for you to acknowledge that you did that. You made that happen. You made the changes and the choices that got you to this point. So now you need to recognize your own strength as your own protector, your own healer. And you now have these messages within you and these answers and this strength within you that this is brought out for you at this time. And then we had the action card in reverse come up. And the beautiful thing about this card is that because it's in reverse, it's saying there's no need to act. There's nothing to do right now. There's nothing physical that you need to do. There's no one you need to go and speak to. There's no actions you need to take. You're here, and it's time to just settle in to where you are. And the really lovely message that came through with this is this idea of, we know they're running, the ease at which horses run. There's no pushing, there's no struggle. When a horse wants to run, it's off. And it feels like you're at that point where just before they're about to run, you're kind of just in the field, something's in the distance, there's something good coming, but maybe you're not quite ready to run to it yet. But when you're ready, you will take off. But right now, we're in reverse. There's no need for the run. Right now, we're just in the field. We're chilling out. It's beautiful. Let's just be here for a little bit. And then Daughter Spirit came up again in reverse. So the Daughter Spirit, this is asking you to remember that when the physical feels safe, the emotional and mental feel catered to and protected, Spirit is able to kind of come in. Your spirit is able to open up more. Your 414 on the timer there. Your spirit is able to connect up. The door to spirit opens when we feel physically, mentally, emotionally safe and stable. And what this is really calling for us, this whole reading felt like this week, is for you to just kind of get yourself in that place of safety. Call your energy back in. Be in that little bubble, whether you see it as a bubble around you or an egg around you or a triangle or a Merkaba, whatever it is that you see yourself in as being a protective space. Call yourself and intend yourself to be in that, whether you're just walking home on the school run, which is what I do, when you're coming out of conversation with someone at work, or you've just, hung up on the phone and, been chatting to your mum or whatever it is, just in those moments in between things, re-see your safe space and see yourself in it. And know when you're in that space, all those energetic attachments that have gone off to people and situations and conversations and times in the past and hopes of the future, everything is cut off and you are safe and protected in that space. And it's your energy in your bubble, and you're in control of that energy. And I find that really helps me when I'm in situations where I feel a bit uncomfortable. I'm quite socially anxious. So when I'm in a situation where I'm having to be quite sociable, I can completely just give all of my energy to the people around me, and then I'm exhausted within half an hour. I find if I imagine myself in this little egg, it's like it immediately calls all my energy back into me. And that's what I feel like Spirit's asking for you to do this week. And that is going to help you so much in reconnecting inwards and upwards. You don't need to go and seek this door to Spirit. You don't need to go and seek it. You just need to seek that peace inwards. Is there any other messages around this, please? I'd love to actually know if there's another message around this. Oh, daughter spirit. Yes, there is. Thank you. Journey and victory. Well, that's beautiful. So they're both in reverse. Again, journey in reverse. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. It's all good. You're done. The victory in reverse. This for me is saying that victory, perhaps when you were going through this situation, you might in your head have been like, when I'm free, or when this is over, or when this is done. Perhaps this doesn't feel how you thought it was going to feel. Perhaps being out of that situation actually doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel as you expected it to feel. But that doesn't mean that this isn't a victory. And Spirit's saying don't question the situation right now. 727 on the clock there. So that's nice confirmation. This is correct information for you. You've been through that journey. You're at this point now. Spirit's saying, no need to go any further. You're here. You know, the victory is here. You've done it. It's hard won and you've done it. And daughter spirit is right there waiting for you. Just come back home to yourself. The final cards that jumped were woman holding a heart in reverse. And this was really saying, it feels like there's something going on at the moment for you, like a project or a new work idea, or maybe you're coming up with a new business plan, or you're sort of shifting your career, or, you know, there's so many different possibilities for this depending on who you are. But it's asking you, this is woman holding a heart in reverse. And this heart, this is your idea. And it's in reverse. And it's saying, just keep it close for a bit longer. Don't share it out just yet. It's not time. Don't rush. There's no rush. You're on time. You're where you should be. Just allow this idea to grow and develop before you start rushing to get it out. The time will come when it's time to do it, and you'll know right now is not the time. And what I was saying in the video that didn't record was this idea of, you know, like a baby in the womb and you're in your little protective egg. Keep your idea in that egg and allow it a bit more time to incubate and to feel safe, because when you feel that safety and the protection, just as we were saying, when you feel that, that's when the creativity starts to flow. That's when the ideas flow. That's when the magic happens. Okay, so the last cards jumped. Happy families in reverse. This was asking you to remember to be your own family. Okay, if you are lucky enough to have a lovely family and lovely friends and a lovely community, that is incredible. But right now, you don't need to share what you're going through. You don't need to worry about speaking out about where you've been and what you've done. And it's time for you now. It feels like you've gone through so much, you've talked so much, you've dealt with so much. Your energy needs to just come back home, come back to you and feed you for a while. So don't worry about allowing your energy to go here, there and everywhere. Come back to you. Third chakra, Archangel Chamuel. Love the fact that he's holding his solar plexus, this space within him, this protective space. It's like he's protecting that incredible confidence, that energy that's all about confidence and the self-expression in the center there. And he's just holding it. He's holding it inwards. And it's that yellow, it's that beautiful white, that brightness that is all about the sun, the growth, new things coming. But right now, that new thing that's coming is yours. Keep it and protect it, hold it tight, and just enjoy this period. And the patience card pulled up. And again, look, she's holding that space exactly the same. And I love the fact it's the male, female, you've got the balance. They just are in that space. Everything's just coming home to roost. You are in the right place at the right time, and everything's happening for the right reason, and in the right order. And I love the fact that it's the clock, it's the patience, it's the just be with this, just sit with this, allow this to come in. The final card that pulled was the envy card. And this card was in reverse, and this was saying, don't rush to be anywhere else. Just be exactly where you are. Don't feel this need to be over there and then envy of the future you know, like in this sort of mad dash to be in the next place. Just relax and be where you are. Enjoy the space you're in. Quite often we end up feeling like we want to be somewhere else, somewhere else, somewhere else. Our mind is over there and our body's over there and our conversations and all this is happening. And it's because we feel like the present isn't good enough, because it's not everything we ever dreamed of. And as we've just discussed it with the victory card, it doesn't always feel how we think it's going to feel, the future and the good stuff in the future. So just be where you are now and really sit in that. Don't worry about any other time in your life. Be here, be now, enjoy the point that you've got to, Everything you've gone through to get you to here is done. Everything that's coming next, which sounds amazing, is to come. Just be here this week. Enjoy the peace and the quiet of just being with your own energy. You deserve it. I pulled 2 crystals for the energy of this reading, and it was the rose quartz for the love and the heart. I also pulled pyrite, which is a wonderful stone connecting into the solar plexus. It's all about manifesting abundance, but it's also just a really beautiful grounding stone as well. So if you have either of these at home, I would suggest that these feel like the energy for the week. If you have one, grab them, do some meditation with them, hold them, place them into the areas that you're going to be working on, and just see what it feels like and the energy of working with these stones. If you have enjoyed this reading, I would love it if you could share some love on the follow button or the like button, and comment below if this has resonated with you. I'm so thankful to have you here with me, and I just hope you have a really fantastic week.